Okay, here's a fun little garden video that'll give you a peek at a vegetable long after it's usually picked. So, unless you grow these, you typically never get to see them this way. All right, so here's a little trivia for you. Do you know what this plant is? It's actually getting ready to go to seed. We'll take the wide angle off and get a closer look at what the little flowering blossoms look like. Pretty tall plant when you're standing next to it. But it's definitely something you might eat pretty frequently. It just doesn't look like this when you're eating it. Here's a little hint for you. This is one that's just starting to get to this point. Here's the stalk to it. Does that look familiar? How about now? Yeah, if you guessed asparagus, you're right. These are my asparagus caps that are just now finally starting to push their way up through the 4 to 5 inches of new compost we put in the garden beds this year. I actually planted asparagus caps all through this area of the garden, gosh, probably 8 years ago. And every year they come up. If you're unfamiliar with asparagus caps, it's basically the root of an asparagus plant. You just plant it in the ground, and eventually after a couple of years, you'll start to get asparagus. But because we did just put about 5 inches of new dirt in the garden, I didn't even bother harvesting them this year. I just let them go ahead and go to seed. Pretty soon, these asparagus plants are gonna form these red little BBs. They actually look like little red tiny tomatoes. And that is the plant going to seed. All of those things are gonna drop off, they're gonna fall into the ground, and it's just going to eventually create more asparagus plants. And the idea is to have this entire side of the garden, as you can see a lot of it already is there, asparagus. It's actually a project we've been working on for about 8 years. Asparagus is the sort of thing that you plant for the future. And now we're finally getting to enjoy it. Have you ever tried asparagus in your garden?